Very good afternoon. Today we are going to see the random number generation. This is under module number 3 and techniques for generating the random numbers we are going to see. Right now we know what is random numbers. It's sequentially updated one, and in this we can generate the pseudo random numbers also rather than random numbers. So we already saw some problems when generating the pseudo random numbers. Now we will see the techniques for generating the random numbers like linear congruential method, the first method, and the second method we can see the combined linear congruential method, and third one is random generation like random variates. So the first thing we need to understand, so these concepts mainly used primarily used for the purpose from right from like Monte Carlo, that is Monte Carlo simulation to up to that. So this is mainly used to the sequence of numbers which is in the order. So we can see we can overcome some problems when generating pseudo random numbers. So those problems we can solve by using these kind of techniques. We'll see one by one. So these are the techniques for generating the random numbers. The first one is linear congruential method. The second one is combined linear congruential generators, and third one is random number streams. So linear congruential method, we already discussed. This is actually primarily used for the purpose of sequence of random numbers or sequence of integers like x1, x2 between 0 and m minus 1. So this is the value in between the range between 0 and m minus 1 by following a recursive relationship. So if any progressive thing or any process is in underway, so we can go for the recursive concept as it is. So the selection of the values for a comma c and m and x naught drastically affect the statistical properties and the cycle length. So normally the selected parameters which can be applicable for the cycle length and the statistical properties, the random integers are being generated, and to convert the integers to random numbers like 0, 1 and 2. And this is the formula xi plus 1 equals to a xi plus c mi. This is the multiplier, the increment models. We can use any kind of values to that, and this formula is totally once there is a default values, we can apply all the selected parameters to this formula, and we can find the solution like based on the value. It's totally depend upon the value of the modules with what we are getting. For example, I can say 50 by 10, so 10 pies are 50, so we'll get a 0 as a reminder. So this is the value of the module, we can say. So here there is an example that linear congruential method example. There is an selected parameters x naught equals to 27 and a equals to 17 and c equals to 43 and m equal to 100. So these values like x1, we can apply these particular values to in this formula. Then we can find out the value. We can find out the remainder. I mean the value of the module in here. So that the characteristics of good generator, like we can say there is a maximum density, and then we can find out the possible values first of all, and the values assumed by the values called 1 2, and here there is no any large gaps over here. The main problem is instead of continuous, each array is discrete one and a very large integer for modules. Approximation appears to be a little consequence, and we need to find out the possible values, and we have to apply in that formula. And now we'll see the combined linear congruential generators. The main reason in this technique, the longer period generator is needed because of the increasing complexity of stimulated systems. So here we are going to combine two or more multiplicative congruential generators, so that we can call it as a combined linear congruential generators. So once there is a condition, when c is equals to 0, then which concept we need to go for, and when c is not equals to 0, then which concept we need to go for. So this is how it was there, and it is having a prime modules mj and multiplier aj, and period is mj minus 1. This produces the integers, and it is approximately uniform on the integers 1 comma m minus 1, and this is approximately uniform on the integers. So this is a combined linear congruential generators. We have the formula this one, and the maximum possible period this one. So m minus 1 and m2 minus 1 till mk minus 1 divided by 2 power k minus 1. So when x is greater than 0, then we can go for the recursive call xi by m1, and x is not x equals to 0, then m minus 1 divided by m, we can go for that formula. The suggested coefficient, the suggested form of this main thing is the coefficient performs a subtraction. So we can go for this formula, that xi is equal to summation j equals to 1 to k and minus 1 j minus 1 xi I comma j. So of m mod m minus 1. So here is an example. We can see this is a for 32-bit computers. Some EQ suggest combining k equal to 2 generators with m1 is equal to 2147, this one a1 and m2. The algorithm becomes first thing, we have to see the first generator range and the second generator range. This is the first thing, and second thing is we can go for the individual generator, that xi x1 comma j plus 1 there is a value, and x2 comma j plus 1 there is a value, and we are going to return the value. So this is a combined generator which is having a period of the form m minus 1 m2 minus 1 by 2, approximately 2 into 10 power 18. So the possible the values, the selected values we have to apply in that particular formula, and we can get the output based on that. So this is how the combined linear congruential generators and linear congruential generators work. So this is nothing but combining two or more multiplicative congruential generators, and it should be primarily used in the sequence of a random number generation, and also for the pseudo as a random number generation. In we already saw that in the pseudo random it's a false statement, and rather than this random, there are so many problems when generating the pseudo random number that we have already saw that. So this is how the thing will work out in this. So thank you.